everyone, it's Jen. I'm doing a get ready with me video today, so hopefully you will all stick along and join in on the fun. My hair is just poker straight and plain, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these little Velcro curlers and I'm going to keep them in place with these, which are Conair Super Clips. So basically they are just a big clip that has two different sizes of teeth, and then you just wrap them around your curler and it just stays in your hair. And when you have as much hair as I do, there's like no extensions or anything in this madness, so when you have this much hair naturally, you really need something to kind of just stick them in place. So I just want a little bit of volume, so I've parted it off to the side a little bit, and I'm just going to take about a 2-inch or 1.5 width section. And of course this is out of frame, but I'm just going to start by rolling the end and pulling it downward. So taking the smaller teeth toward the bottom, I'm just going to put that on there so it just stays in place. So next I'm just going to take again the front section and do the same thing. And then I'm going to start on this side. And I'm only going to do the top couple layers of my hair just because the layers are a little bit shorter. They're not much shorter, but my hair is actually quite long. So I'm just going to do the top couple layers. Okay, I'm looking gorgeous. So I have my rollers in, and I have the clips in. They're a little loose closer to the scalp, but that's okay because I can just tease there anyways if there's no volume. I'm not sure how many of you who are watching have extremely thick hair like mine, but I'm not gonna like say any really negative things about having thick hair because I'm very appreciative that I have thick hair, but at the same time it's just so heavy and thick that it just falls when you try and do anything with it. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm trying to figure out what to do next with makeup. I've been throwing a few ideas around like New Year's looks and stuff like that, so I'm just gonna pick through some of my stuff and then I'll figure something out in just a second. Okay, so as you can all see, I have just tied my hair back a little bit in some clips, so to try and take as much hair out of my face as possible, because annoying otherwise. I think what I'm going to do is something for New Year's. I'm going to go with a purple theme because normally for New Year's I would wear something black or something with sparkles. So I think this year I'm going to go for, I guess, a little black dress kind of theme with a very sparkly poppy colored eye. Not poppy colored, but like your eye will basically pop with this color and glitter. I'm going to use two different shadows, and the first one is Parfait More by MAC, which I should take out of this container. So it's this color right here, which is a very iridescent purpley color. Oops, there we go. So just an iridescent soft purple tone. Black Grape, which is a pressed pigment. So it looks like that, very, very shimmery. I'm going to pair those two together. I'll get myself all set up and I'll be right back. So I've kind of zoomed up my camera a little bit so you can get in good and close and see what's going on. I've already primed my eye with Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, as always. I love this stuff. So this is just original. It's not any like color to it. It's just a very, very sheer. So what I'm going to start out with is I want to highlight under my brows, which are not done, so please don't mind them. I'm going to go in with the MAC Volux Pearl Fusion Shadow Palette in Smoke Lux. and I'm just going to take this color right at the top here for highlighting my brow bone. So I just want to take a little bit of that on my brush and just apply it underneath the brow to kind of make that highlighted area pop a little bit better. Please disregard the little hairs in screen. I'm going to have to try and figure out how to get those moved out of the way. It's terribly annoying. So for those of you who love MAC shadows, like, what is your favorite highlight color? Because I don't really have very many highlight colors from MAC. I basically have this shade here and Nylon. And Nylon I thought was going to be so awesome because it was super pigmented, and I'm finding that it's like ridiculously pigmented, which is why I'm not using it right now. So yeah, I want something that's like softer and really opaque, but just not so shimmery. Start with this color. If you guys have another eyeshadow like highlight color that you want to use, just use that for right now. So next I'm going to go in with soft brown, which is this color right here, and I'm going to be trying to stick with majority of MAC products today. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, just a short, kind of thick, dense fluffy brush, and get a little bit of soft brown there and just go into the crease. And then just blend it upwards with whatever is left over on your brush. And just try and blend it in with that, with the highlight color, just so that it's not like, you know, showing any lines. Although mine kind of looks like it is, but in person it looks a lot better. I'm gonna go in with Brun, which is a matte, dark, more of a grayish tone brown. So I'm gonna go in with that right now. Just do the outer corners, focus on an outer V, and just kind of like blend it all over the place. We will fix it up a little bit later, I think, with some makeup remover, but I may leave it a little smokier, so we'll see.
Pesky hair! Ugh, so annoying.
Now, as you can see, I'm taking it up quite a bit. If you're really more comfortable kind of using tape in this process, you can, instead of using eye makeup remover. But definitely you'll want to form sort of a smoky cat eye on the outer corner, so definitely do a very pronounced smoky V, kind of V shape on the outer corner, but make it a lot larger and extend it upwards than you would normally make. So for black, we're going to go in with the black color from the Volux Pearl Fusion palettes in Smoke Luxe. So just take that or any other black eyeshadow that you have, and I'm going to use again a contour brush for the outer V. You can use a pencil brush or a blending brush or whatever you feel most comfortable with, because it's definitely a personal preference, but I'm going to use a contour brush because I just want to focus on this little outer edge, but I want it to be buffed in this specific area. I want it to be buffed in this specific area.
You just want to blend a smaller V inside that brown color that you've put on, which is called Brun. So just focus on your smaller V and blend that all around.
So right now you should just have what look like cat ears on the outside of your eye. The next color I want to take is called Wedge, and I am going to take that on a very fluffy blending brush with very long bristles, and I'm going to very lightly blend it over the top part of the cat ear. I don't know. Blend it just right over the very top. So this is Wedge right here, which is very similar to soft brown, but it's a little more grayish or taupey-ish, but anyway, that's the color here. So this is soft brown and this is Wedge. And lightly blend that just across the top. Because you just want to smoke the top part of that color out. Okay, so I have finished all my blending with the black and brun and Wedge all in the outer corner, so you can see it's pretty blended to how I'd like it. There's a little bit of chalkiness on the lid here, but I'll explain why later that doesn't matter. But what I want to do now is clean up a lot of the fallout that went underneath the eyes. I'm going to use my Sephora Instant Eye Makeup Remover and just a cotton pad. I'm just going to get it on, like a little bit on the pad. You don't need a whole lot really. Put it in 4. Just make sure that your dot is on the center so that there's makeup remover on the corner and on the center of the pad. Blah blah blah. And so I'm just going to clean up underneath the eye. And then lightly pull upwards here, but I don't want to like just streak it up. I just want to lightly like press. Kind of toward the outer area of like where your eyebrow will meet eventually once I'm done drawing them on. Okay, so that's the look totally cleaned up underneath the eyes. Now what I want to do is take some of the Too Faced glitter glue in the eyeshadow insurance, or the shadow insurance line. So this is basically for any glitter or any eyeshadow that has a ton of glitter in it. Max Fix Plus, because I really want the glitter to show up a lot. So what I'm going to do first is apply a little bit of this. If you don't have it, don't worry. This will still look really nice. And if you're not going for a crazy bolded kind of glittery look, you just kind of want to try this out for fun without going ultra crazy, then you don't even have to worry about having this. But it is a really good investment. I think it's like $24 or something like that in Canada. But it's a good product. I really like it. But any glitter glue will be great. So just get that on your fingertips. I like to warm it up a little bit, and then I'm just going to apply that on the eyelid. Not all the way to the inner corner. Black Grape, which looks like that. And I'm just going to use a flat eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to get a little bit of the product on the tip of the brush. And then what I want to do is spray with the Fix Plus. Now that I have the product on the brush, I just want to apply that on my eyelid. So okay, so I've tried to clean up a little bit under my eye, but as you can see there's still a ton of sparkly fallout. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a touch more eyeshadow primer potion, and I'm going to put that on the inner part of my eye because I've wiped some of that off, and just along the bottom lash line. The next thing I'm going to do is take Parfait Amour, which is that beautiful purple color I showed you earlier. Just on the same eyeshadow brush, just wiped it off on a little bit of a tissue. Take off any excess sparkle and get some on your brush, which is really bold there, by the way, and put that just on the inner corner of your eye. Next, I'm going to use Avon's Blackest Black retractable eyeliner pencil and just line the bottom lash line just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, just simple and subtle. We'll be going in with this black color again from the Velux Pearl Fusion palettes, and I'm just going to take a very small brush, very small pointed brush, and dip it in that matte black color and just lightly drag it along that eyeliner. Okay, so next I want to take Parfait Amour and a pencil brush. I'm just going to take that color very lightly on the end of that brush and blend out that black color. I'm going to get ready to do my eyeliner, and I'm going to use MAC Blacktrack Fluid Line, which is a gel liner, and just an angled eyeliner brush. So I'm going to do an extremely long, like winged cat eyeliner. So I'm going to start kind of thinner in here, go a little bit thicker, and then make a very long point to pretty well meet like right out to there. Okay, so now that I have the eyeliner on, I'm going to use some Big Fatty Mascara, which is actually called Big Fatty Mascara by Urban Decay. I'm not using false lashes, but if you are doing this for New Year's Eve, you'll probably want to apply some falsies to make this look more dramatic. So we're almost done the eyes, but I want to put a little more glitz and glam into it. Before I do that, I'll show you my eyelashes. So here's the look now. We're just going to add a little bit of sparkle to this. If you want to leave it as it is now, you can totally do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Eye Drama Glitter Liquid Eyeliner. So I can't read it because there's like white printing on this. But we're just going to take some glitter liner. I like them because it gives you a lot of sparkle on it. The only downfall is they're a little bit tacky, so I like to add a little bit more sparkle. So you'll see in a second. But anyway, I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply that just to the inner part of the eye. So what you want to do is kind of fade out a little bit over here with some of the sparkle so that it's more prominent toward the inner corner of the eye, and then fading out just a touch. So another thing I'm going to do though is take my little Sally Girl sparkles, which were 99 cents, and I'm just going to take the end of a Q-tip, which is ridiculous because there's cotton on there, but if you can wet the tip, it's fine. And then just add a little bit more sparkle to that so it doesn't stay super tacky. Just be very careful because you are working really close to your eye and you don't want to get any sparkles in your eyes at all. So just be careful, especially if you're younger. Maybe have a parent help you out, or just avoid this in general. So last but not least, I want to add a little gem to the inner corner of the eye. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of eyelash glue to the tip of this Q-tip and just make a little dot on the inner corner of my eye. So I'm going to take my gems and I'm going to apply them to my eyelash glue. So that is almost the finished look. I just want to attach some more liquid sparkle gel liner to, or from the gem pulled out toward the eye, so that it just looks like it's coming from the gem. As you can see, I lengthened my eyeliner from the top of the gem and went all the way back, so it's attached. You might want to do that at the beginning just so that there aren't any lines in between your gem and your eyeliner. So I'm going to take my foundation, which is a MAC foundation in Match Master number 4. It looks like this. Just take a foundation brush of some kind and blend that into your skin. So the foundation that I'm going to use is my Physicians Formula BB powder. Okay, so this is the palette, or I guess the product that I'm going to use today. So I'm going to follow this little Superstars step guide, which basically gives me step-by-step application information. So step 1 says, after you have applied your favorite Bare Minerals foundation, did not do that, sweep Original Mineral Veil Finishing Powder across the face to cover imperfections and create a soft focus finish. For a more of a luminous finish, use Illuminating Mineral Veil Finishing Powder instead. So this is the original powder, which is just a translucent looking, kind of peachy looking powder, very, very, very light. And here's the illuminating powder, which is kind of the same color, except it's got a little bit of dewiness to it. So I'm going to use that because it's going to be, you know, a New Year's look. And I will put this all over my face for an illuminating glow. Okay, step 2. Sweep warmth all over face color where the sun would naturally touch the face. The forehead, chin, cheeks, and bridge of nose for a natural sun-kissed glow. Oh, so this is a darker color. I'm going to use this a little differently. The color in this, which is called Warmth, it looks like this, which is a very, like a bronzy toned shade. Okay, so I didn't realize that my camera shut off and I had already applied that color on my face, which is called Warmth. All I did was I used this kind of a brush and I tried to sculpt out my cheekbones a little bit. So anyways, I want to make sure that they're really chiseled. So to chisel this out, I'm going to take my Femme Couture Get Covered concealer, and it's in Fair, which is really light. I want to make sure that I totally define my cheekbones. So I'm taking a concealer brush and a little bit of this product, just a little, and I'm going to drag it outward from here across my face. So then, just taking my finger, I'm going to blend that out a little bit. And that was blend that out a little bit if you couldn't understand me. So if you can see, it's a total chiseled look. Alright, so that is blended in now. Okay. So the next step on this jar says swirl Golden Gate blush, which is this color here, on the apples of the cheeks for warmth apricot blush. So I'm going to take my big complexion brush I'm not a huge fan of the color of this blush, but it'll do. I would definitely recommend you use something in a baby pink or a peachy tone color, simply because you want to make sure that you're not looking super dark red flushed all night. That's just my recommendation. Step 4. It says sweep clear radiance all over face color in C shape from top of cheekbone up to brow bone. So like this. I like to use my angled foundation brush because I just find that it gives such a beautiful flow to putting highlight on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a little bit of a lighter highlighter, and I'm going to use Nylon from MAC. It's an eyeshadow, which is extremely bold as a highlight color. So I'm just going to get a very little bit on my brush and just gently apply that to the top of the cheekbone. Now what I'd like to do is take the color Swiss Chocolate by MAC, which is this color right here, on a C brush. This is from e.l.f. It's like super like cheap. I think it was like $1 $1.50 or something, 50% off. How can you get like 50% off of $3? It's ridiculously awesome. And the brushes are so good. Anyways, I'm going to take that just very lightly on the tip of my brush. And I just want to contour a little bit of my nose area. And my nose is broken, so I mean, if you guys, you know, have a nice straight line there, that's perfect. But I don't, so mine will look a little bit a little bit odd. Okay, so onto the lip area. Before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to apply NYX Wonder Pencil, which I should have done a lot earlier, but I just want to go around the lip and make it look a little bit brighter. And just blend that out with my finger. I just want to make sure that the lip line is like crisp. And then I'm going to go in with NYX Retractable Lip Liner, and this is in the color Citrus. I'm going to use Just Peachy by Wet n Wild. This lipstick was $1.97. It's a matte peach color. I just want to have kind of soft nude lips, because our eyeshadow is so bold, but I do want to add a little kick to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add Melon Pigment by MAC to the center of my lips. I'm going to apply it to the center of my lips. So it's time to take out the curlers. Just a very little bit of wave, which is really nice. I don't want anything too cray-cray. It's already been a little crazy with the makeup, so we're going to try and keep it a little less crazy with the hair. So as you can see, it just gives a little bit of movement to the shorter layers of my hair. If I had some more time, I would just make a little bit of curl in the bottom part. Okay, so as you can see, I have all the curlers out of my hair with a little bit of volume, a little bit of curl, a little bit of fun and sassiness. The makeup is crazy outrageous, so if you wanted to, you can pull up the side of your hair, do something fun there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was very long, and I really appreciate you sticking it out to the end. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you in 2014.